You ruined the streak. I ruined it on Thursday for good reason. I had to travel Friday morning. I had to be up at 8 a.m. for a flight. And now you've just triggered me on that fucking terrible Friday that I'm gonna have to share now because you got me, because you did it, because you asked. Let me tell you about my weekend, all right? I'll tell you about my weekend, because honestly, it was good. It was fine. It could have been much better, but it was fine. Started on Friday at 8 a.m. I had a flight to L.A. from New Jersey. I'm going from New Jersey, and I for some reason did not get a direct flight. I don't know why. I got a layover in Phoenix that had like 45 minutes to board. Anyway, 8 a.m. I get to the airport. I'm sitting there for like 30 minutes. Get on my flight, and I'm going to Phoenix. Although the flight was delayed by an hour, the fuel truck broke down, so I had to get a new fuel truck to get the plane fueled up to actually leave. So I'm about 40 minutes late, and I said before, 40-minute crossover, layover. At this point, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to miss my flight in Phoenix. And the next flight in Phoenix wasn't until 3.5 hours later. So I'm like, shit. Either my plane touches down early, they hold the gate, whatever. We get to the point where we actually did cut some time. I guess we had a good pilot. He was cutting time. He was flying fast. And we started to look at the time, and it looks like we have about 6 minutes to get from our plane to theirs until the gate is closed. So I tell the stewardess, is that the right word? I tell the stewardess. That doesn't sound right. Steward, yeah. The woman who gives me peanuts, flight attendant. I tell the flight attendant, I say, hey, I got a layover in 6 minutes when we get down. Is there any chance I can get off first? I'm not going to be like, can I speak to the manager? But I'm trying to catch this flight. I'm not trying to wait 3.5 hours. And she says, yeah, let me talk to the pilot. So then the pilot makes an announcement, and he's like, hey, guys, it looks like we're on time for everyone's layovers to make, except there's one little tight one, and it's to L.A., and we got about 6 passengers on board trying to make that. The guy next to me was one of them, actually. He was an older guy, about like 85, and he had to make the same flight as me. And then he goes on to say, would you please let them out first? And I'm like, thank God. And then he says, those passengers are in rows 21, 35, and 40. And I'm looking around, I'm like, wait, I'm row 21. So I'm the first one. I'm the closest in our line of people that have to make this layover. And the guy next to me. And we have 6 minutes to get over. So I tell the guy next to me, I'm like, hey man, you look athletic. I'm not trying to say nothing about nothing, but if you want, I can sprint. I can sprint and stop it for all of us. I'll volunteer as tribute because I'm the closest one here, and you're 85 with all due respect. And he's like, yeah, I'd hoping you'd offer. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we land, and I do that. I get up. I start moving by. People are like, good luck, because they all realize we literally have like a few minutes before they cut it off. The good news is the gate is only about maybe 2.5 blocks from the gate we landed at. So I only have to run like maybe a 1/10 of a mile. That's a weird measurement. 30 yards, let's say. So I'm waiting at the front of the plane, and there's a guy in front of me. And I said, oh, excuse me. And he's like, oh, no, I got a layover to Vegas in 10 minutes. And I'm like, okay, well, I just said, like, our layover is a little bit sooner. And there's 6 of us. I'm pulling people right now. I don't say that to him. I'm like, of course, I stand by. I'm like, okay, as long as you're running. And I'm only mentioning this because it comes into play later. He does run. They open the thing. Me and this dude are running. He is slower than me. I'm not very fast, but he's not running full speed. And I'm awkwardly behind him, kind of running down the gate, like not the gate, the air tunnel, whatever the fuck, the tunnel that goes from the gate, from the plane to the actual gate. And I'm kind of like running like half side by side, half behind him. I can't just blow past him. There's not enough room, and we're kind of both running fast. So it's awkward. So I have to kind of like run a little behind him, and then we get to the front of the gate, and then I take off. And there's people all around this little like gate area for their flight. So I'm dodging and weaving. I think I hit a kid. No, I didn't. I got past him. I keep moving. I've never run faster in my life with a backpack on. Damn, did I look goofy, for sure. And I'm sprinting. I'm sprinting to the gate. I already looked up on my phone. I know exactly where it is. And I run to the gate. And I say, just like a movie. I swear to God, it was like a movie. I'm like, stop, wait. Hold on, stop. There's people. And there's a woman there. And there's a guy behind that little podium desk thing or whatever. And she's closing the door. She's like mid-closing the door. And I'm like, stop, wait. And she's like, what is it? I'm like, we just got off a plane. Like, there's 5 more people behind me. We got to get on or whatever. And she's like, Swell Entertainment. What's up, Amanda? He's very involved in storytelling. Yes, I am. Oh, wait, sorry. Amanda came in with a raid. My bad. Amanda, thank you for a raid. Oh, my God. Very generous. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to miss it. I'm in the middle of telling about the Streamer Awards. I saw Amanda at the Streamer Awards. Very nice to see her. I'm telling about on my way to the Streamer Awards, this fucking terrible layover situation. Sorry, I'm heated. Anyway, go, ladies closing the door. Amanda Raiders, bear with me here. Ladies closing the door. All right, she's closing the door, and she's like, okay, I'll go ask. I was like, oh, thank God. And then I'm out of breath, so I'm fucking hyperventilating, and I'm like looking at the dude who's still behind the desk. I'm like, pretty fast, huh? Finally, I get like 1 or 2 of the people on the flight that come up and join me at the desk while we wait for the lady to come back. And the guy's like, you made it, huh? I'm like, yeah, I fucking made it. Like, we're like, holy shit, we did it. Oh my God. Lady comes back, opens the door, says, sorry, there's nothing we could do. Nah, you're too late. And I'm like, what? What do you mean we're too late? And she's like, she said no. I'm like, well, can we just close the door in my face? Closes the fucking door in my face. I could not believe it. All of my energy, all of wasted effort. I thought I was the hero. And she told me, you're too late. I mean, what do you mean I'm too late? I have an Italian friend who I've seen give people at restaurants a hard time sometimes when they don't do something right. That came out of me. I'm like, what? Hold on, fuck off. What do you mean? I see the plane. What do you mean? And she's closing the door, so she can't fucking hear me. And then suddenly I'm just yelling to the ether because the guy next to me can't do anything. He's like, oh, that's my manager. Sorry, man. And I'm like, no way. I'm just getting angry talking about it. So I'm like, all right, well, what do we do? The next flights are 3.5 hours. He's like, just go to the American Airlines help desk and go talk to them. I'm like, all right. So there's that. I'm still out of breath. I'm pissed. I'm frankly pissed, mostly because I was going to be the hero, and now I'm a zero, you know? I go to the American, this isn't over. This isn't over yet. I go to the American Airlines help desk. I talk to the lady there. She's very nice, and she says, well, actually, there's a flight to Burbank, California, which isn't that far away from the Los Angeles airport, about 18 miles away. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll take that. And that's leaving in like 40 minutes. Fine. All I say to her, though, I'm like, well, I got my bag, though. That's going to go there? And she's like, yeah, no, your bag didn't make the flight. Like, you're fine. It's going to go to Burbank. Obviously, I'm setting up. The bag didn't make it to fucking Burbank. I take the flight to Burbank. Bag ends up in Los Angeles. Oh, and you're like, Gunnar, didn't you just say it's only 18 miles away? I landed at 5 p.m. My friend picks me up. It's rush hour in California, Los Angeles, Burbank. Hour and a half ride over. I say Uber. My friend was driving me. Hour and a half ride to LAX to get my bag that went to LAX, but she promised me it wouldn't. And then a 40-minute drive to my hotel after that. Anyways, travel nightmares. Absolutely. Oh my God, I'm booking direct flight next time. That's the story. I won't lay on more. That's pretty much it. Anyways, I couldn't be the hero. And that sucks, you know? Streamer Awards, though, were great. I saw Amanda. Thank you for the raid. Thank you, Raiders. Have fun. I gotta go walk my dog. You do that, Amanda. Streamer Awards are cool. The only issue I had with the Streamer Awards is that I did not sit on the ground floor with everybody, with all the streamers. So I went with Chris James. We got tickets in the top rafter area. The rafters are separated from the streamers that were invited. And I was not invited, as you know, because I didn't hit my fucking streaming hours, get nominated, and I don't have friends. except Amanda. So we were just looking down at them, which was, you know, it was a good show. It was fine. It was cool. I met Tommy NFG in line outside. That was cool too. You were in the same section as Morgue Pie. Yes, I was. They kept the camera on her the entire time. I was like, oh, come on. Over here. I was the same row as her. I'm like, oh, I'm on this side, you know? They didn't. Someone, I think Morgoth sent me a picture of myself, actually, just in the dark. I'll see if I can bring that up. Morgoth somehow sniped me. This is a snipe from Morgoth. Open in browser. There I am. Don't know how the fuck you found me. That's me over there. I made my grand debut. Wow. In the rafters of the Stream Awards. I guess Chris, who was next to me, was probably in the bathroom. He was down in Red Bull vodkas and took a lot of trips. Yeah, I'm mogging them. I'm mogging. That looks sad. I don't know what was happening here. I didn't stun for it. Anyways, Stream Awards were good. And then what else on my mind? Oh yeah, here was the one thing. I just wanted to meet people. All I wanted to do was meet people. And I didn't get it. I'm not trying to be a fucking networking LA clout shark little bitch, but I wanted to meet people. I flew all the way to LA. I had a terrible flight. I just wanted to meet other people. Didn't happen. My only chance to meet people was because the bottom floor men's bathrooms flooded. So then guys who were invited on the streamer level were coming up to the second level to go to the bathroom. So at one point I'm telling Chris, I'm like, dude, let's just wait outside the bathroom. Let's just sit outside the bathroom and meet streamers until I decide that's probably a little creepy. I ended up taking a piss next to a streamer named Blau, who I wanted to actually meet, and I was right next to him peeing, and I'm like, this might actually be not the best time to say hi. So I didn't. Ran into Jordan Adika there though. That was cool. And that's pretty much it. All right, we'll done story time. That was it. I washed my hands. Of course I washed my hands. I'm in public. I kind of have to.